Alright.
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Is this any better?
Yes, it's much better.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, can you tell me how many forms of fi'il mudhari that we learn? Uh-huh. What do we call them?
فعل مضارع مرفوع منصوب مجزوم.
Yes, marfu, mansub, and majzum. So now we want to learn how to do the i'rab of fi'il mudhari. Okay? So for those that end with dhamma, right, in the marfu state, easy. It's marfu bil,
مرفوع بالضمة.
exactly, just like your isms, okay? Marfu
Yeah.
bil dhamma. So we
Mm.
say fi'il mudhari marfu bil dhamma. Then when it becomes mansub, it changes to fatha. So what do we say?
فعل مضارع مرفوع بالفتحة.
Mansub bil
فعل
fatha.
منصوب بالفتحة.
Yes. When it
لأن إيه
no need, no need, no need.
no need.
Yes.
Apa
Nah,
wait, that's it lah.
yes, that's it. Just that.
Right.
Just that.
That's
Yes.
about it.
Mansub bil fatha. And then when it is majzum, those end with dhamma, they become what?
Sukun.
Yes. So we say fi'il mudhari majzum bis
Bil
sukun. Yes, exactly. Okay. So the one that ends with dhamma, very easy. Marfu bil dhamma, mansub bil fatha, majzum bis sukun. Okay. So that we will have five, technically like five. This one is a bit lesser orange because this and this is technically the same form of word, right? So we have four forms of word, but for five pronouns basically. Okay.
Hmm.
For the ones in blue here, okay, so we have seven pronouns that use this, right? And but then there is actually five forms: one, two, three, four, five, because this two is basically the same as this, right? This is all the same. Okay, so they count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is called af'alul khamsah. Okay, you will see this term in Irab books. Okay, and people do get confused. Af'alul khamsa with this, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yeah.
So people get confused, okay? But don't be confused, because af'alul khamsa is not talking the one ends with dhamma. Af'alul khamsa is talking about those that end with the noon that can be dropped. Okay, it's marfu with the presence of the noon. The noon is there.
Yeah.
It's mansub and majzum by the deletion of the noon. So the presence of the noon, we say subutu noon. The deletion of the noon, we say hazaf noon. Okay.
Hazaf.
Yes. Okay. So mansub and
Wait.
majzum will be the same.
Deletion is hazaf, but apa again?
Presence is
Present.
subut. Subut.
Subuh.
Subut.
Subuh.
Yes. Okay. From the word sabit, right? Sabit.
Ah.
Subut. Okay. Subut. Okay. Some books also call this word, instead of saying al-af'al, they say amsilah. Okay, but this is very rare. But I just want to write it down for my own benefit, in case I see it somewhere else. Otherwise, this is actually quite rare. This is the normal one that you will see. Okay.
Right.
And then for the plural feminine, it will never change, right? It will always be like this, whether it's marfu, mansub, or majzum. So we use the term mabni. Mabni means?
Mabani fixed.
Yes, mabni ala sukun, okay? Because
Yeah.
every time we have kunna or antunna version, we put sukun and then nun fathah, right? So that is what it's going to be. Okay, mabni ala sukun. And then after that, we can say fi mahali rafa, or fi mahali nasab, or fi mahali jazm. Okay, not jar, because there's no majrur in fi'il. We have marfu, mansub, and majzum. Okay, so let's say if you have lam before it, if we have this lam before this, lam. What type of harf is this?
Um, Harf for wait, hari tu lam.
Yes.
Lam ni kan harf for
Ah.
okay okay.
Mhm.
For lam lam ni kan.
Not an, in. Lam.
In lam ni
Lam, lamma.
in lam lama wal fali.
Yes. So that is,
Okay. It's majzum.
yes, it makes the fi'il mudari majzum, right? But
Yes.
if you have this word after it, then it will be fixed like this. It's still tansurna. It will not change. You cannot see the majzum. Okay. So after you say mabni ala sukun, you can say it's fi mahali jazm. Okay.
Mali
Fi
jazm.
mahali jazm. Okay.
Mhm.
Can?
Yeah.
So marfu fi mahali rafa, mansub fi mahali nasab, majzum fi mahali jazm. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So that is about the fi'il. Now we talk about the fa'il because every fi'il there's a fa'il.
Mhm.
Okay. So for the huwa and hiya, just like in fi'il madi, it is domir mustatir. Okay. And domir mustatir can be jawazan or wujuban. Okay,
Mhm.
remember that? What is
Yep.
jawazan
Jawazan
or what
uh
is wujuban?
uh Jawazan you can Jawazan it's not it's for who and here but
Yes, correct. It's for huwa and hiya. Okay, I'll explain again. So whenever you have a domir mustatir,
Mhm.
mustatir means it's hidden, right?
Yeah.
So is it hidden wajib, wujuban,
No.
or is
Mhm.
it hidden jaiz, permissible only? Okay. We say that huwa and hiya is jawazan, permissible, not
Mhm.
wajib, because it can have a outside dua.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why huwa and hiya is domir mustatir jawazan. Okay,
Mhm.
now in fi'il madi we don't have other domir mustatir, we only have huwa and hiya domir mustatir. But
Mhm.
in mudari, hiya, because it's obviously the same pattern as sorry, anta, the same pattern as hiya, this is also domir mustatir.
Mhm.
Ana also domir mustatir. Nahnu also domir mustatir. Okay. So all the ones that end with dhamma is basically domir mustatir. Huwa and hiya is jawazan. Anta, ana, and nahnu, can they take an outside dua?
No.
So instead of jawazan, they will be
Wujud.
wujuban. Yes, they are wajib to be hidden. Okay. Can?
Hmm. Yep.
So this Hamza, right? If you're asking why is it domir mustatir? Why cannot we say Hamza is our domir or
Yep.
Nun is our domir? Because we see Hamza and and Dhamma we say is ana, right? Nun
Mhm.
and Dhamma we say is nahnu, right?
Yep.
Ta Dhamma we say hiya or anta. The thing is these letters in front, ya, ta, Hamza, and Nun, they are not domir. Okay, because if you say they are domir, ya or ta is domir, here also we have ya, right? But we
Mhm.
don't say this ya is domir. We say the alif is the domir. The
Yeah.
waw is the domir. Okay,
Yeah.
so we cannot say that this ya is a domir. Or this ya, ta, hamza, nun, they are alamatul mudari. They are signs of mudari. Mudari must begin with one of these letters. That's all it is. Okay.
Hmm.
So this is domir mustatir jawazan, huwa and hiya. The rest
Mhm.
is domir mustatir wujuban.
Yep.
Okay. For
Hmm.
the rest here, the one that we have pink, whether we have alif is 9. What do we
Mhm.
call this wow? Wow.
Wow. Uh, Asla. Uh,
Just like
wow.
in Madi,
Um,
wow of the plural. What's plural in Arabic?
Plural.
Hmm.
Uh,
Jama'ah.
Jamaah. Okay.
Okay, wow
Oh,
al-jama'ah,
jamaah,
right?
ya.
What do we call this noon?
Nun
Noon of the feminine?
Ailina.
Ah, 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 ah. Noon feminine, not nahnu noon. Noon of the
Oh,
feminine.
Nun
Ni,
Niswah.
Yes, nun niswah. Okay, this one is still waw jama'ah. All this alif is alif alif 9, alif of the
Nine.
dual.
Mhm.
This nun is also nun niswah because they are feminine plural, right? Both is called nun niswah. So we
Yep.
have a new one here because we don't have in Madi, we don't have a different domir than the rest, right? It's all ta here for the Madi. Okay, so the mudari this year is called ya muhatabah. Okay, the ya of the muhatabah just means second person feminine. Okay, so auntie, basically ya of the auntie. Okay, but you don't have to worry so much about all this. Okay, we hardly use the terms you can use alif alif 9, waw al jama'ah, nun niswah, okay, ya al mukhatabah, you can use this term. But even if you just say al alif is fine, al waw is fine, al ya is fine. Okay? Okay?
Yep.
So
Yep.
all these pink ones, they are domir muttasil because they are all at the end. Okay, just like for madi, so it's fi mahadi rafa fa'il because they are the fa'il of the fi'il. Okay, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So all this is domir mustatir, either jawazan or wujuban. The rest, the pink, are all your domir muttasil fi mahali rafa. Okay.
Yep.
So basically, I've gone through all this, but just to be clear, okay. So all the dhamma, fi'il mudhari marfu bi dhamma, and then for the fa'il part, domir mustatir, jawazan, takdiruhu huwa or takdiruhu hiya. For anta, ana, and nahnu, dhamir mustatir, wujuban, tadiruhu anta, tadiruhu ana, tadiruhu nahnu. Okay?
Yep.
For the one that ends with noon, what do we say? Presence of the noon? Marfu bi?
Um, Marfu. Presents.
Yes.
To.
Mm-hmm.
Boot.
Yeah, subut. Okay? So,
Uh-huh.
marfu bi subutin noon. Okay? Subutin noon. Presence of the noon. All this will be marfu bi subutin nun, subutin nun, subutin nun, subutin nun. Okay? If it's mansub, what do we say?
If it's mansub,
The
mansub
nun
is
don't have?
hadaf nun.
Yes. Okay? Mansub bi hazaf nun. Majzum bi hazaf nun. Okay?
Yep.
Then just like the um ism, right?
Yep.
Marfu bi dhamma is your normal. Mansub bi fathah is your normal, right? So technically subutun nun is not your default sign, right?
Yep.
In isms we say niabatan anil dhamma, right? Niabatan anil fathah. You can say that also for fi'il mudhari. Okay, you don't really have to. Okay, sometimes you do see it in the fi'il, in the Irab books. Okay, so you don't have to. So now you know why. Basically, because this is not the default sign. Okay, so you can use these terms for fi'il also. Niabatan anil dhamma li'annahu minal af'alil khamsah. Okay, and usually, of course, they will talk about this. This is default sign, so they don't have to mention that. Okay, but we don't have to mention this, but I'm just telling you, and I put the full version so that if one day you go and see Irab books, then you know why. Okay, you know why, and you understand what they are actually saying. Yeah, but then you use this only when the sign is not default, right? Subutun nun is obviously not the default sign. The default sign is dhamma. Okay, same thing for fathah. So you can say niabatan anil fathah for mansub. And then same thing for jazm, niabatan anil sukun, because the default sign for jazm is as-sukun. Okay? For the feminine plural, oh no, before that. And then you talk about your fa'il, of course. So alif alif 9, dhamir muttasil fi mahali rafa. Waw jama'ah, dhamir muttasil fi mahali rafa. And here, yeah, yes. Waya al-mukhatab, mukhatabah. Okay, dhamir muttasil fi mahali rafa fa'il. Okay, so all that. Then last one is our feminine plurals. It's going to be always mabni ala sukun. Okay, and then you can say fi mahali what. And then obviously you need to talk about your fa'il, nun niswa, dhamir muttasil, fi mahalli rafa, fa'il. Clear? Inshallah. Okay, if that's clear, let's do some Irab. Okay, now lan.
Lan dikai. That's okay. Fi'il mud. Lan is harf
Yes,
nasibah.
yes, correct.
Uh-huh. And nu
Nu'mina,
nu'mina is fi'il mudari.
yes.
Um,
What kind? Marfu, mansub, or majzum?
mansub
What's the sign?
bi nu'mina. Nu'mina. Um,
How do you know it's mansub?
nu'mina. Because of lan.
Yes, but if you just look at this word itself, nu'mina, how do we know that this is mansub? The
Because
marfu
of
version.
fathah.
Yes, so
Mhm.
mansub bil fathah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fathah.
and then who's our fa'il?
Our fa'il is nu'minu is nahnu.
Yes, so how do we say that? Wal
Okay.
fa'il,
Wal fa'il
nahnu is what kind of domir?
nahnu is dhamir muttasil.
Is it mutas?
Mustatir
Yes,
wujuban.
yes. Takdiruhu,
Takdiruhu
nahnu.
nahnu.
Yes, and laka,
Laka.
fragment.
Is mudaf.
Mm-mm.
مضاف.
Not mudaf.
لا مضاف حرف of jar.
Yes, where's the half of jar?
لا is
Yes,
لا yeah.
yes.
And
And then the ka,
is the مضاف إليه.
uh-uh.
And the ka is
You said lam is half jar.
sorry half of jar majrur.
Yes, but ka is actually what kind of word?
Is
Yes, what kind of ism?
ka
Is it ism mausul? Is it ism domir? Is it ism isyarah?
ism dhamir.
Yes, it's a domir. What kind of domir? Munfasil, mutasir, mustatir?
Dhamir muttasil
Yes, and since it's ism majrur, so it must be fi mahalli.
fi mahali rafa.
Eh?
Fi mahali jar.
Yes, fi mahalli jar because it is a majrur. Okay,
Ism majrur, yeah.
so since you have a jumlah fi'liyah, so this must be muta'alliq bil
Fa'il.
fi'il.
Fi'il.
Okay, muta'alliq bil fi'il, which is nu'mina here. Okay,
Yep.
you add one more thing to lan. Okay, lan means will not, right? So it's a nafi, okay, a
Nafi.
negation. Okay, so you add this one also. Okay, so not just nasibah, it is also nafiyah. Okay, otherwise the rest is good. Fi'il mudari mansub bil fathah, fa'il is correct, it's nahnu, so dhamir mustatir, wujuban. And then jar wa majrur, you can leave it like that, or you can say lam is half of jar, the kaf is dhamir muttasil, like we do just now. Fi mahali jar, majrur, is a majrur. Okay, and then muta'alliq bil fi'il. Okay,
Yep.
let's do one more. Lam.
Lam. Lam. Okay, lam is harf. So for mansub is nasibah. For majzum it's
Let's use the same root letters. Nasibah, mansub, jazimah for
jazmah.
yes, majzum. Okay,
Mhm.
so this is
Majzum.
jazimah or harf jazm.
Nafiyah kan? No, because it's betul lah betul. It's just lam.
So this is it nafiyah also or not?
No.
Did not. Lam means did not. Did not is negation or not?
Negation.
Yes, so you also say the same thing. Okay,
Nafiyah.
nafiyah. Yes, agree. And then tunzirhum.
تنذرهم تنذرهم.
Hmm.
Okay, تنذرهم it's فعل مضارع
Mm-hmm.
مجزوم.
Hmm.
So the fa'il is
Before that, what's the sign of the majzum? How do you know it's
uh, بالسكون.
yes, bisukun. Yes, the fa'il is who?
The fa'il is تنذرنا is تنذروا.
Yes.
تنذروا is أنا.
Mm-mm. Start with
تنذروا
ta.
ta
Ta and dhamma.
oh here.
Here or
Ya or anta.
here. The translation is here. So is it here or anta?
Them.
You.
Oh you. Here.
Here is what in English?
Anta. Sorry. Anta.
Yes,
You.
anta. Mm-hmm. So how do we say? Wal fa'il.
والفاعل ضمي والفاعل آم،
Anta is domir
ضم-
munfasil, muttasil, or mustatir.
ضمير إيه، مستتر منفصل ضمير
Hmm?
wait, can you repeat it again? I forget it sometimes. Mustatir,
Is
uh,
hidden.
hidden.
Munfasil
Mustatir.
is in.
Mustatir.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, it is hidden. So is
Hmm.
it what jawazan hidden or wujuban hidden?
Wujuban.
Yes, because anta cannot
Takdiruhu.
take an outside to work. Good.
Yes. Mhm.
Takdiruhu.
Takdiruhu anta.
Yes. And the whom?
Whom is attached, so dhamir muttasil.
Mm-hmm. What
Uh,
status?
whom
It's attached to a fi'il, so it will become
مفعول
the
مفعول به
so fi mahali.
في محل نصب.
Yes. Okay. So fi'il mudari majzum. So this one we always put B. Okay, but this is the normal one. Wa alamatu jazmi sukun. Basically the same thing. The sign of the jazm is sukun. Okay. Then fa'il dhamir mustatir wujuban tadiruhu anta dhamir muttasil for the whom fi mahali nasab maf'ul bihi. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's do some exercises. Inshallah. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا.
It's ataf, right?
Yes.
And al-ya'budu. Um,
Does it look like an ism or a fi'l?
Ism
Okay,
al-ya'buduna.
so this is actually not al. This is fal.
Oh, fal. Oh,
So what is that?
wal fal li.
Yes, so that's what.
Uh, ma-
Nasiba or jazima?
it's wal fal li. Nasibah. Yes.
Is it in an lan likai or illam lama?
Anan nikah. Illa nama wal fal. Okay. Yeah, it's jazimah.
Yes, it's jazima. What does wal fali means? How do we translate? Do you remember?
Wal fal li.
Wal
Wal
fali means should.
should.
Okay, they should do something or he should do something. Should. Okay. And but in Irab, it's called lam amar. Okay,
Lam
when
abad.
yes, okay. So here, for example, in this example, here we have fal yatanafas, right? That day, fal. This
Huh.
is our wal fali. Okay. So the competitor should compete. Okay. So it is a kind of amar. That's why they call it lam amar. Okay,
Mhm.
they should do something. It's not really like the we haven't done amar, we will do amar next. Okay, amar is a command. Okay, but when you see this, the competitor should compete, it is a command to do this, right? They should do this. Okay, so it's called lam amar in i'rab. Okay, so basically yes, wal fal or li, right? But as you said, actually it's fa atifa and lam amar. Okay, so that's
Mhm.
how we say that. Fal
Wal
alifa,
am-
lam,
Oh, okay.
lam al amr, jazimah. Okay?
And then
Then
no,
ya'budu,
is apa? Um, fi'il mudhari'
mhm.
um,
What kind of Arab?
مجزوم
Yes. What's the sign?
حذف نون
Good. B hazaf
في حذف
noon.
نون
Yes. And what's our fa'il here?
آه يعبدون it's هم
Yes. But in Irab, what
in
letter tells you it's
the wow
yes. The waw is what kind of domir?
أو ضمير
Munfasil, muttasil, or mustatir?
متصل
Yes, because it's at the end. So muttasil. So
متصل
fi mahali.
في محل رفع
Because
because it's the فاعل
good. Can?
yep
And then rabba.
رب
Hmm. Harf ism fi'il.
فعل
This is
فعل
a ism.
اسم اوكي اسم نسب
Yes.
منصوب
So why is
في
it mansub?
الحال
Why is it
بس
mansub?
اسم مفعول
Yes. Maf'ul bihi. Mansub bil.
منصوب بالفتحة
Yes. And then hadha.
هذا اسم إشارة
Good. So what status is it in?
it's in نسب status
Why is it nasab? How do you know it's nasab?
oh we can't see it
Yes,
هذا
it's actually rafa, nasab, or jar. It will always be hadha, not hadu, not
هذا
hadi. Yes.
yeah.
So look at the clues. What clue can you see? So
so
ask yourself. Sorry.
ال-
Yes.
my clue
Mhm.
البيتي uh, maybe it's jar
Why?
by this because mm,
Because you say you see al-baiti. Al-baiti is jar. Haza is supposed to be same as al-baiti.
um yes basically yes
Yes, you're not wrong. But you haven't find so basically yes, haza is jar, but you haven't actually find what is the first primary role of haza. So how is it connected before even going to al-baiti? How is it connected to robba? So from robba to haza as jar, because here there's a clue, it's a good clue, but how why do how does robba make haza jar?
mm,
Do we
because wait let me try to
there's only two ways an ism can be jar. What is it? If we have half of jar, right? And then we need a ism majrur, right? Do we have half of jar?
no
We don't have. Robba is an ism, not a harf, right?
yeah
Robba, is it heavy or light?
but light
Light. The heavy version will be robban,
not
right?
ban
So if this is light, this is jar, what fragment do we have?
light jar light no alif lam and then jar
Yes.
so it's مضاف المضاف إليه
Yes. Where's the mutaf? Where's the mutaf ilahi?
ربى is
Yes.
the
Robba is
مضاف
mutaf. Yes. So hadha
is
is
مضاف
mudaf ilahi. So that's why this is jar. Okay, this is the clue, but this is not the reason why it's jar. The reason is it's a mudaf ilahi, just that you cannot see that it's jar there. Okay, this one is following this. Okay, not this following this. You understand?
yeah
Okay, so ism ishara fi mahali.
اسم إشارة في محل جر
Because it is a
مضاف إليه.
Good.
مضاف. إضافة.
Mudaf. Yes, you can say bil idafa or mudaf ilayhi. Okay. And
Mhm.
then hadal baiti. This is a fragment or a sentence?
This house.
Yes. So there's a sentence or a fragment?
Fragment.
Yes. So when it's a fragment, do you remember what we call the second part of the fragment?
Uh, uh, Second part of the fragment.
We call it the thing that we are pointing to. We call it badal in Irab.
Badal.
Okay. Badal mean hadha. Okay. You might see some people also call this sifah. Okay.
Sif.
Sifah or badal. Okay. To the hadha. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
obviously this is majrur
Mhm.
bil.
مجرور. مجرور كسرة.
Yes. Okay. So we haven't learned badal, but we talk about it when we talk about this in passing. Okay. But sifa must be the same, right? Must be the same status. So haza is jar. So that's why al baiti is also jar. Okay. Make sense, inshallah?
Yeah.
Can you translate for me? Falyabudu.
يعبد
Ya'budu
means
is to worship. So who should worship?
يعبدونهم, they should
Mm-hmm.
worship
Mm-hmm.
uh, the
Rabbah.
uh, uh, God lah, the
Yes,
Lord
basically God or
of
Rob or the master, the God. It is a mudaf ilahi. So Rob,
uh,
how you translate mudaf ilahi?
مضاف إليه
Kitabullah, book of Allah. So
of
Rabba hadha,
the
the
رب
Rob of hadha is what?
هذا this
Yes,
house.
this house. The Rob of this house, meaning the Kaabah.
The rock of it. So okay.
Okay, so then they should worship the Rob of this house. This house
Mhm.
meaning the Kaabah. Okay,
Mhm.
good. One more. An.
And it's harf nasibah.
Good. Nasibah. And yu'minu.
يؤمنو, it's فعل مضارع منصوب
Mhm.
بحذف نون.
Yes. Bihadab nun. Who's our fa'il?
والفاعل is uh, hum.
Yes.
Hum.
What letter does you in Irab?
Uh, the wow.
Yes. The waw is what kind of domir?
ضمير متصل
Fi mahali.
في محل رفع
Mhm.
فاعل.
Good. Billahi.
بالله. So B is حرف of jar.
Mhm.
لفظ الجلالة مجرور
Good. And what's the sign of the majrur?
بالكسرة.
Yes. So it's for lafzul jalala. So we say lil ta'zim
للتعظيم
bil kasrah.
بالكسرة.
And since it's jar wa majrur, so muta'alliq to
تعالي تو يؤمنون فعل
yes.
يؤمنون.
Nuna yu'minu.
يؤمنوا.
Yes. Yu'minu. Good. And then al-azizi.
Mm, it's the صفة to لفظ
Hmm?
الجلالة.
Yes, correct. Good.
الصفة to لفظ الجلالة.
Good. Jalala and status.
Status jar
Yes.
بالكسرة.
Yes.
والمجرور بالتعظيم بالكسرة.
Yes. No need to wow. Just majrur. The
أها.
ta'zim bil kasrah. Good. And what about al-hamidi?
الحميدي is also صفة.
Sifatuhu.
uh,
Al-aziz or Allah. Sorry?
Al-Aziz. Al-Aziz.
This is not sifatu al-aziz, although obviously
Mm-hmm.
it's matching, right? So this
Mm.
is actually because can you have many sifa?
Yes.
You can, right? I can say about you, I can say you are tall,
Mm-hmm.
right? You are intelligent, right? I can give you many descriptions, okay? So this is actually sifa thani, the second sifa of lafzul jalalah,
All right.
okay?
Yep.
Obviously, this is also majrur litazim bil kasrah, okay? Because these are both names of Allah, so
Yeah.
both are sifat of Allah, okay?
Mhm.
So can you translate?
Yeah,
And you translate as, right now you translate as two. It is a connecting word. So right now, we don't know what it's connected to, okay?
mm,
So meaning that later we will learn there is a second role of an. Whenever we do an, it is not just nasibah, there's another thing coming. But that is much later, okay? So
mhm.
to yu'minu.
To
Mana yu'minu is to believe. Who believe?
uh to
Hmm?
they
Yes.
believe they believe
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Billah.
be wait they believe
Mm-hmm.
be
In
is
Allah.
in Allah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Al-Aziz.
The
Aziz means, any idea?
um
Basically, the Almighty.
the Almighty
Mm-hmm. Al-Hamid.
Al-Hamid, the all
Hamid
uh
means what? From what letters? From,
Hamad,
yes, from Alhamdu. What is
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdu?
Wait, wait. I forgot the words in English.
Alhamdulillah.
Puji.
Yes.
I forgot the
Praise.
words in English.
Yes, praise.
Uh,
Okay.
praise,
So,
praise, yeah,
yes.
praise.
So, as a name,
Mm-hmm.
Alhamid is the praiseworthy.
Praiseworthy.
Okay?
Yep,
Can? Inshallah.
yep.
Good. I think we have time for a bit more. Next one. Waja'alu.
Waja'alu. It's okay. Fi'il mudari.
Is it Mudori?
Uh,
Are you sure?
eh,
Ja'alu.
oh, sorry. Fi'il madi.
Yes.
Fi'il madi. That's whom.
Yes. So,
Fi'il
what do we
madi.
say?
Fi'il madi.
Okay, Madi is always, do we say marfu, mansub, majzum?
Oh, no.
What do we say?
Um,
Mabni.
Mabni ala
Mhm. Since it's
wajib.
dom, sorry, since it's, now I give you the answer already. Since it's whom,
Uh-huh.
right? So before it is dhamma, so mabni ala.
Dom.
Yes. And then what do we say?
Li'annahu
Lit,
litisalihi
litisadihi. Mhm.
biwaw al-jama'ah.
Good. And then the wow itself is,
It's dhamir muttasil
yes, fi mahali.
fi mahali rafa' fa'il.
Good. And then lillahi.
Li is harf of jar
Mhm.
and lafzu jalala is the majrur.
Yes. Oops. Yes. So majrur bil ta'zim bil kasrah, and the
Mhm.
whole thing is going to be jar majrur. So
Muta'alliq.
yes,
Ya muta'alliq
correct.
bil
Bil fi'il, which is ja'alu. Good. Oops. And then andadan.
an dan
Ism fi'il harf.
andadan is one word.
Yes.
Okay. Andadan is
What status?
ism mansub
Why is it mansub?
مفعول
Good. مفعول به
مفعول به
منصوب bil.
منصوب بالفتحة.
Yes. And ليضلوا.
ليضلوا.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, li is ليضلوا.
Mm-hmm.
قال يضل هي it's not done. li is حرف حرف جازمة.
Okay. Because you're thinking والفلي, right?
yeah, yeah,
And this could be majzum. We have
yeah.
other li,
حرف جر.
but half of jar need to be an ism after it, right?
Oh yeah,
This
sorry.
is what? Is this fi'il or ism?
فعل.
Yes, fi'il. Do we have li in nasibah?
yeah, أن نكاي.
Yes, we have. So how do we know whether this li is half nasibah or this li is half jazimah? Li nasibah, what's the translation? Remember?
Li from Nasiba,
Li
it's
likai is so that.
so that.
Okay, so
Then
that. In Irab, it's called lam ta'lil. Okay, so that. Lam amar, just now we know should. Okay, so let's translate and see which one makes sense.
Mhm.
Waja'alu. Ja'ala is to make. Who make?
And they make,
Yeah.
they made.
Past tense, yes, they made.
Hmm.
Lillah.
Uh, Lillah,
For.
for Allah.
Andadan. Andadan basically partners. Okay,
Partners.
partners. Liyudillu.
Li,
Yudillu is to lead astray. So who led astray? Who's the fa'il here in yudillu?
they.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you say it is lam likai, so that they will lead others from the path. If you say lam is wal fali, they should lead others from the path. Which one makes sense? They
Mansub.
made for Allah partners, yes, so that. Okay,
So
they do this so that they can lead others astray. You understand? Okay, so this is actually mansub. Okay, nasibah.
Alright.
So lam nasibah is called lam ta'lil.
Lam
So that.
ta'al.
Okay, and you can also say nasibah. Okay, and then yudillu will be fi'il.
يضل will be فعل مضارع
Mm-hmm.
منصوب بالواو.
Not bil waw.
منصوب بال حذف نون.
Yes, hazaf nun. Mm-hmm. And then, so who's our fa'il?
والفاعل والفاعل ضمير متصل.
What is domir mutasil? What letter is domir mutasil?
ضمير oh yeah, واو.
Yes, the
والفاعل
wow is domir mutasil. في محل.
يضل في محل رفع.
Yes, fa'il. Okay, can? And then ansabili.
عن حرف جر.
Yes. So where is our majrur?
سبيلي
Yes, majrur bil.
بالكسرة.
And the he.
and he is ضمير متصل
Mm-hmm. في محل.
في محل
What fragment do we have? Sabilihi.
مضاف إليه. So
Yes, so في
في
محل.
محل جر
Mm-hmm.
بالإضافة.
Good. بالإضافة. And جواب majrur, so must be متعلق to
علي بالفعل. So
which
you deal
fi'il? Yes. Fi'il. Okay, so that's why I always make this clear here in the bracket, which fi'il. Because sometimes we have many fi'il, right? We have ja'alu also just now. Okay?
Yep.
So they made for Allah partners so that they can lead others astray from his path. Okay?
Yep.
Can?
Yep.
Okay, we can do one more. Walam yaj'al lahu.
Walam. Wow is atof. Wow
Mhm,
atof. And lam.
mhm.
In lam. A an
Is it
uh,
unlandikai or
it's half of jazima.
good? And what is the translation for lam?
Lam will not
Did
or
not.
did not.
Lan is will not. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So lam is did not, so it's a negation. What's the word for negation in Arabic? Do you remember?
Nafi.
Yes, nafiyah. Good. And then yaj'al.
يجعل is فعل مضارع
Mhm,
مجزوم.
mhm,
يجعل بحذف نون
mm-mm.
بالسكون.
Yes, with sukun. Mhm. You don't see a sukun because you have another lam coming. Okay, so
Oh,
they put
yeah.
a shadda that this is your
Hmm.
صغير idgham صغير, right? So tajwid purposes, right? Don't put sukun here, they put shadda here. But this is basically a sukun. Okay, so fi'il mudhari majzum bi sukun fa'il.
فاعل آه،
Who's a fa'il? As in huwa, huma, hum. Yaj'al.
يجعل
Yes.
so هو
Yes. So huwa is what kind of domir?
ضمير منفصل
Mm-mm.
and
Munfasil,
مستتر and then
muttasil. Which
متصل
one?
yeah, متصل
Where is muttasil? Muttasil means it's outside. It's attached.
مستتر
Yes, this is huwa. Huwa is mustatir, hidden. Mustatir. Jawazan or wujuban?
أو جوازا
Mm-hmm.
تقديره هو
Yes. Tiruhu huwa. Good. Lahu.
له لام is حرف of jar
Mm-hmm.
and who is مجرور
Yes. So together.
متعلق بالفعل هو
Mm-hmm.
يجعل
Good.
يجعل
Yaj'al. Yes. Yaj'al. Good. And then aywajan.
عوجا عوجا
Yes.
عوجا is فعل
Okay, this is actually iwajan.
عوجا oh اسم
Yes, it's an ism. What status?
اسم منصوب so is مفعول
Yes.
به
Mansub bil?
منصوب بالكسرة
Huh? Kasra?
منصوب بالفتحة بس.
Yes, fathah. Can you translate for me?
Okay.
Ja'ala is to make.
And he he did not kan did not
Yes.
make
Mhm.
lahu
Make for it, basically.
oh
For
it
it. This it is going back to kitab. Okay. For the kitab.
bukan
Iwajan crookedness.
crookedness.
Okay,
Okay,
this
okay.
is from Surah Al-Kahf, the very first sentence. We read it every Friday or Thursday, right? So yes, so Allah says that Allah did not make for in the Quran any crookedness. Okay? Okay. Okay. So we'll stop here for today. Then we leave this. We have a bit more to do. We will do this in the next lesson, inshallah.
All
Okay?
right.
Any
Yep.
questions?
No questions.
Okay. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. If can, try to memorize the translations of the harfs. Okay.
All right.
Sometimes we know where the harf is, but we don't know how to translate that. So try to memorize that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.
No problem.